What's up, everyone? Welcome to the show. Welcome to Taekwondo. Great to be here finally after almost a week of not being here. I am checking in the meantime if I am live, and I do see that I'm live on YouTube. I do also hear them there. And if you are here, great of you to be here. Let me start this process as well, because I unfortunately have to use the old way of checking the comments. Amy, welcome. NDI chat today sounds good, she says. That is great. Let me start to also start this one up, because I did not do that yet. Female Social, there you are. Boom. Yes, we're gonna talk NDI today, Amy, and I am really looking forward to it because I actually needed to do this. So Kathleen is on Facebook. Unfortunately, I am not able to put your comments on top because it still says that there is what. Let me say what it says. So if I click on Facebook and I click on the Female Social, this is the product that I use. It says, to use page public content access you use on this endpoint must be reviewed and approved by Facebook. To submit this page, blah 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 blah. Facebook. That's the key thing, I think. Amy says VMix comments do work in VMix Social using a workaround. Want to know? Yes, I do. So if you can tell me, I will be very much appreciated about it. So yes, please tell me. And you can put the Facebook URL into the VMix Social to get the comments. You can put the VMix URL into VMix Social to get comments. Aha. Okay, well, let's do this together because we're here. And paste the Facebook post URL into the second tab of VMix Social. It works great. Okay, thanks. Let's do that. This is a great workaround. The second tab. So then I go to Facebook. I say login. Oh, that's interesting. This is why we have a pre-show. Which I actually wanted to keep a little bit shorter moving forward, but yes. But you say second tab. Where can I go for the second tab? Second tab in VMix Social works great. Second tab. I do not see a second tab. Oh, got it. Yes, got it. Found it. All right. Okay, let's do this very quickly. So that is the what do they need? The exact okay, gotcha. All right, so if I press this one and say this, and then it should be working. Okay. On. Yes, it is working. That's awesome. Okay. Boom, we're back. Finally. Yes, so just to test, boom. You grab your Facebook URL and enter it in the VMix Social. Yes, I just did that. Thank you so much, Kathleen and Amy, for that. Very much appreciated. Let me just remove this one and put the timer back, because I think, yes, that is exactly what I thought. It's already time. So welcome to the show. Welcome to Taekwondo. Today we are going to talk about NDI, and actually I already had NDI working for a bit, but I didn't really use it until now. we're going to talk about what that means and why I had that problem in a minute. So that's that. But first of all, I want to welcome everybody who's watching this stream. That can be behind, after the fact, but also if you're live. Like for instance, Kathleen and Amy, welcome for being here. Really cool. And indeed, Kathleen says, it's cool, eh? And then she's referring, of course, to the possibility that I have now to finally have Facebook and YouTube back on the screen. So let's start the show. Hey there, welcome to the show, welcome to Taekwondo. My name is Petro Verbruggen, right there, you can see it, and you can support me on taekwondo.net. Here you have the address again for the support. Bam, there you have it. You can support me on the website, $5, $10, or $25 per month. You are awesome. And of course, depending on which one, you get a little bit more or a little bit less. I have to admit that these past few months, it has been a little bit... I had some troubles to have a lot of additional content because I have been streaming quite a lot lately. And yeah, I also have a day-to-day job. Why do I have a day-to-day job? Well, I have a great day-to-day job, but we're going to talk about that more during the Twitch session. Today we're going to talk about NDI. Why do I need NDI? But first, also welcome to Kathleen, to Amy for being here. You guys you're awesome, because without you guys, you know, the show would not be there. And also these guys below, of course, for being so awesome to support the show. NDI. First of all, let's talk about what is NDI, because people maybe do not even know what that's all about, right? So let's just very briefly talk about HDMI. So HDMI, probably you know, right? You have a TV, you have a DVD player, and you're connecting it via a HDMI cable. Now, HDMI works perfectly for customers like you and me, just in our households. But when you want to go into a little bit more of a professional video, then it actually is not that handy, because you cannot really have a long cable. Like 5 meters is roughly the area that already products are falling off, because it turns all the way black. So that's HDMI. So they have figured out that is actually a protocol that has been around for quite some time, SDI, which is serial digital interface. And that is actually it's a BNC connector, which is an older connector. I don't have an example here, but it is just like a connector which is very tough, and the cables are very tough. They're thicker than network cables, and they run like a lot of yards, a lot of meters, and they're really, really great. However, and that's where the NDI thing comes in, you have to have an SDI cable, you have to have a cable so that you can have some power, but the SDI cables are really expensive, and that is also a big problem, because you want to make certain that this is all available here to work with, right? I mean, I have a studio. This is just in my living room. Well, it's not in my living room anymore, but it used to be in my living room. But it's in this very small room, and you will probably, if you're from the States, you will probably say it's a walk-through closet. It's not that big at all. But I do have 3 cameras, 1, 2, 3, that are actually all SDI, but they can also be NDI, and NDI is a new protocol by NewTek. They started doing that a few years back. I think 2 years ago they introduced it, maybe 3 years ago, and it was a game changer. Now I have to admit, the first year it was not really fit for production. Second year, and now it's finally at the point where I can say, hey, I am confident that I can actually use it. So the cameras that I have, this one, and that one there, are actually both NDI enabled. This one, not yet. So the way that works is that your camera that you buy might not have NDI when you purchase it, but there are some brands like PTZ Optics that actually have the possibility to install a license, that's a software license, to use NDI. So it is really software, but because it is open in the sense that every manufacturer can use it for their products, but you have to pay for it. And I know that for instance for SDI for those cameras is about $400, I think, maybe $500 to upgrade them. So I did upgrade this one and that one, but this one not yet. So I do have two cameras that are actually on NDI, and this one is SDI. And the cool part is they're already like so. So do you see any reason to think that this one is connected differently and this one compared to this one? If you see a difference, then please let me know, but I think there's no difference at all. They're really great, and I can actually show you the difference between NDI and SDI, but I have to use a side-by-side comparison that I did last week with Paul from LiveView. So I'm going to use that one very quickly, but I have to prepare that. And I'll do both side by side so that you can actually see the difference between and I have to think, is this the left? This is the wait. I have to check which one I need. I need the left side. Okay, gotcha. So I have 2 times the same camera. All right. So I'll just make that the left side. Left. And again left. Now bear with me. This is not this is not a very nicely produced product, and the cut is a little bit different. But you will see some differences. But let's do them side by side. Okay. You also see some. You hear some audio. Don't worry about that. That's totally something different. Let's see the difference. So there is a very small delay. So the right hand side is NDI and the left hand side is SDI, but it really looks roughly the same. And I'm sure that if I look like so, very quickly I can change everything and you will not see any changes. Because if you wave your hands, it has to do more, right? It's software. So that's the reason why I'm doing that. And that is the difference between them. And don't worry about the audio. I heard that there was a little bit of a difference in audio, but that's not a big deal. Amy says, I decided not to pay for NDI upgrade on my PTZ since SDI is working fine. Yeah, I can imagine that, Amy, but my life is a little bit different in the sense that I actually need NDI for my own private company, right? I stream events, and those events are in big venues, really big venues, like where you got like 200 or 300 seats, or maybe this coming Tuesday, I will be at a venue where we have 500 seats. So that is roughly a big venue. So, and a big event, right? Children playing a musical. I am already looking really forward to it. So that is definitely something that's on my bucket list. And yes, I am again really looking forward to that. Hey, and I see some people joining in. Let me go in there because I want to show you a little bit more about what I'm going to do and why it's important for NDI. A nice testing process, Petra. I'm smiling over here. Yeah, the waving part. Let me show you again. Waving. Hello, hello. Don't worry about the cutting. That the cut is not fully the same. That is because I'm, yeah, I can actually do that. Let me just do that live, because I love to do these kinds of things live for you guys. Let me see. There you go. All right. So this is roughly the same. And then I need to crop this and get there a little bit more. Oh, come on. There you go. So now it's a little bit the same. So look, blah, 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 like this. And it's absolutely great. And you can, it will still work. It will still work. So I think this is really cool. There is a small delay. I do see a small delay, but it's not that much. Yes, absolutely. You need a mobile setup. Yes, I do need a mobile setup. And welcome, Fiona. Welcome. Great of you to be here. Awesome for you to be here. I really, yeah, nice. Okay. So that was a test to see the difference between NDI and SDI. No differences, but there is a huge difference, and that is the benefit that you have. And that's the reason why I want to talk to you about this today. And the real benefit is that if you have a very big venue, and you want to put in some SDI cable, and you want to make sure that you have some control, because I also need to control the cameras. They are all PTZ cameras, and you want to have also power at them. I need to lay down a lot of cables, and that is something that I want to prevent. So a friend of mine created this network cable, which I just, well, I need to roll it up again. But this cable is about 30 meters. 30 meters, and I have two of them. And 30 meters is in feet. Let me check that very quickly for you guys. In feet. Well, about 100 feet, almost. And I have two of those cables. So that's those are for this camera and that camera. And this camera, unfortunately, still needs to go via SDI. And but I have the possibility to have on this cable, this network cable, I have power, because I have this device right here. This device is a Unify Ubiquiti Unify switcher, and it actually has all 8 of these ports have power. So that's the reason why I got this. This is actually also my company's sticker is on it. And this, I tested it today, and it works like a charm. So what do I have to do here is that I have 3 cameras. So this camera is 1 PTZ, 2 PTZs. Then I have this camera, which does not have NDI yet. So I do need to have SDI there. But for control and power, I can still use this one. So that makes it already a little bit easier. Then I need a 4th one for my joystick, which I'm going to show you in a bit. Let me close this a bit, and then hopefully you guys can see it. So if I go here and zoom into that, I'll do that also live. Why? Because it's possible. There you go. So here, this is the way that I can control this this camera. which is really cool. And the vmix NDI helper has stopped working. That's interesting. Let me see if that's still, but it's still working. Check. Still working. I just got that pop-up. I don't know why. Wow, with 8 PoE ports, Amy says yes. PoE, by the way, is power over Ethernet. Yes, that's one of the reasons why I have that, because now I only need to have like 4 or 5 cables, because the additional one, which I forgot, is of course the computer to control stuff. But there is one catch to it, is that probably I'm going to use the LiveView Solo as a separate device for the Ethernet. I'm not sure about that one yet. But at least for tomorrow I will be going to test this for real to see if it's working. And on Tuesday I'm gonna really have to use it, because then I have a paid gig. So Sunday is not paid. It's a testing gig. And on the Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, it will be a paid gig. So that's cool. I love that you make your studio changes. Well, you know, I love to be raw. That's the whole thing about this show has been for a long time. I have made a decision when I started Taekwondo. I will not cut away parts. This is just really live, and if something goes wrong, it goes wrong. If it goes correctly, it goes correctly. So it's all raw, and I think that has served me well for some time, and I think it has added value for you as well, because of course I can make things look very nice and be very happy, but sometimes, you know, life is a bitch and you need to do something about it, right? Yeah, so that's what I wanted to show you today. So so one cable to rule them all, and I'm really looking forward to it tomorrow. It's gonna be. I am a little bit nervous about it because I am doing some new stuff, but that's the reason why we have this test episode, right? Because it's for the radio station that I work for. So the radio is real. It has to be going live to the radio station. There is also audience there, but I will make sure that those people know that the video that we're creating will probably not all be used for TV this time around. And one of the reasons why I do that is also because I want to create a checklist. How can I what is the minimal setup to make an awesome show? That is the way that we do that. Love that attitude. Thank you, Fiona. Hey, thank you. You know me, right? So that's the show for today. It's a little bit of a short show, but be aware that I am also still on Twitch after the show. I built on last Friday. I built a Lego set. We are going to start building a new Lego set. This one in July. The NASA Apollo Saturn V rocket with 1,969 bricks. I am really looking forward to that. That's going to be in July. But today we're going to do something really cool. And that is that I have not checked this. So this is something that I'm going to do right now without testing. Later, no software update, no remind me later, no, okay, don't want to. I am going to, and I have to check something first, because I am going to try to connect to this. Yeah, this is it. Let me try this. 84. Ho. Boom. There you go. So my okay, my phone is actually now on 4G, so it's not on Wi-Fi. It is really outside of the studio, right? It's on 4G. I can actually show you that it's on 4G. If I where is it? There it is. No, it's not. Oh, reflector. And skip this version. This is all raw, guys. Okay, let's see if I can now connect to it. Come on. Screen mirror. Of course not. I'm on 4G. Stupid Petra. Okay, no, that's not going to work because I'm on 4G. So I'm not on, but I can show you like this. So what I've done, and forgive me that it's not perfect yet, but I have actually here the controls for vMix. So actually what I can do now with the control of my phone, which is not in the Wi-Fi network at this moment, I can actually do roughly this, like so, or this, like so. And the cool part of that is that you can actually also start an in-real-life stream remotely. That is the cool part of that, and I am really looking forward to talking about that in today's Twitch. Also on Twitch, we're going to talk about some Kickstarter projects that I've seen that I really like. So, yes. So, before we stop, just a quick some comments. Amy says, the NASA Lego build sounds cool. It is cool. It's going to be... Sorry for impersonating Trump. It's going to be huge. It's going to be like very high at the very end. It's going to be awesome. I'm sure of that. And NDI is almost magic, Kathleen says, and that is definitely the case. So guys, thank you so much for being here. I am really looking forward to... Oops, there you go. That was a little bit of a sneak peek on Twitch. I'm looking forward to next week's show, and I will be here same time, same channel next week. And of course, I will be starting the stream in 5 minutes or so on Twitch. So see you there. Bye.